COVID. Sherry went out there with them. The owners was very nasty and rude. Actually ran the city out their buildings. And that's that one is on Alpine and Chime. The other question we have is how do you open 4 of these right together? It's a fourth one up there now that has been closed over a year. Now they active again. So
on that sheet.
we got the city to come in after we did this and realize that we got a problem because part of our community was zoned industrial, even though it got houses on it. The city helped us change the ordinance over to residential R3 in conjunction with this being built. Now you look for new housing to come in, some kind of activation of, even if it's shipping containers to build stores to make this a business, viable business district, because that's what happened in the Beltway. It created a whole new community, what we have been fighting for. So, what happened is, those things never came to pass. But the mayor, they got the mayor, it was 5 of us called Greenway Heritage Conservancy. Got the mayor to come out and do a walkthrough because those auto dealerships, people would not speak with us, they did not talk with us. They actually said a lot of incriminating things about us, basically saying that Detroit, what you care, Detroit nasty anyway. They was painting cars over in one of these buildings without the proper equipment. A gentleman in the community approached them about it because 2 blocks over, people was smelling this paint in their homes, and he said, what do you care? We care because we live here. Eventually, the mayor came out. When the mayor came out, they all came outside. That's when he put that 3-year moratorium on. But the problem is, after that, is that you're still issuing out license because we got another one that opened up, Mo, on West Warren, who was at first a medical transportation company. You flipped that the minute, and there was an article in the newspaper, Detroit News, I believe, was that the news, Sherry? Detroit News, because they came and approached, Sherry was at a meeting, and they approached her, the news did, to do this piece, so they came over, took pictures. So the thing is, they cleaned up for a minute. And our thing was, it's always, if you can look at these little factories, it's always been business here, but they did not encroach onto the community and change how we live in here. And so that's our thing, is that nobody is enforcing this. We've been doing this, 10 years, fighting for a clean environment. This is supposed to be a greenway for health.
Right.
You got junkyards banked against it.
I have pictures of that I can send
And
you.
you got, now they got a car crusher back there. They got, looked like a tornado came and just threw all these cars together. They not even lined up. They just stacked all kind of ways. And they come in this community and they don't care. But we need the city to help us enforce this. We cannot do this alone. We don't have that kind of power. And if we can't get their attention, you know, they had a call a month ago with Russell. But before that, remember we reached out to our council person, asked to be on this call. We call this North of Warren because we get little to no attention. This is North of Warren to District 6. How do we get attention over here? Why do we feel like a forgotten neighborhood we had? But the Greenway should be that catalyst. This is, so many people come here from all over the world. They come up here and ask us to do interviews. They come here to see that slide. It's a very enjoyable space. And I don't take nothing from it, but we want some more. We want you to enforce those ordinances with these carpet places that is outside, out of bounds. And if they would fix their facade, there was a couple of them that were trying, but after that, when that moratorium is over, it's like, okay, they back to business. And we should not have to be doing this. How you have both things in the same space? They had to dig out the dirt. The Eagle demanded that the city, this was all polluted from rail corridors, got lots of pesticides. They had to dig all of this out and put in all this clean dirt. And now you still got people, we walking and we inhaling this mess. I don't know, did I miss anything? I'm trying to go fast because he ain't got much time.
When she set up.
There's a framework plan, right, for Midtown.
Yes.
East Town.
Yeah.
What's that, like, what's involved with that? Is it anything
anything about the development of these projects? Or?
Well, they have put out some things. We had an elementary school we wanted to keep. They tore that down. That was Sherrill School. They want to make that some green space. They got another elementary school. What's the original name, Sherry? Ruth Ruff at the corner of Chicago and Livernois, and that they was going to push for to be a market because we don't have a market, we don't have a restaurant. Well, we do have a Coney Island. I'm gonna take that back because the guy's nice. He's really nice up there.
Technically.
But say you want to meet in our community, this is it for the Joy Road Trailhead. So this framework flushed out all of that. That would be a market. The other one would be more green space. And actually the city came out, the planning department, they came out and there's some space on Alpine that they would like to put some housing in that would go along with that R3 designation like you see in a developed Corktown. Other Corktown was already developed, but you're seeing more coming to Corktown. And I don't know if that's still Corktown or is that Core City where you see these developments come up, and that's what we was looking for. But if you don't get these business owners understanding that they have to comply, now this a little bit around that is that you got all these lots on Warren from Livernois to Central. It's the city of Detroit Street. Central to here is Wayne County Street. Our council person got us a whopping $1.2 million to paint the street. We need more than to paint the street. That didn't create anything. It created a lot of parking spaces for no businesses.
Right.
Well,
But-
it created parking spaces for
those
them to
businesses,
put
right.
their
Because
business.
That's where they put their cars they're repairing in the parking lane.
Right. But it really did not boost this, what we need. We need other viable businesses
Essential
here.
businesses.
Also, in this neighborhood, which we have complained, I have complained, we have people, I love new development, love it. I want all the lots that used to have houses on them, have houses again. But these people are putting housing on here without permits.
We have pictures of that.
They adding third levels to what was
Two family.
two levels, some of them was one level. And one on my street decided to get this land bank house, and I went to work. I saw him. I thought he put a new roof on. I came back. He done knocked the house down without a permit, and no water. My neighbors must not understand. They out there watching with asbestos flying everywhere because of these ladies and they writing skills and knowing who to reach out to. They got on it. And so we got the attention of Giselle from the council person's office. We called Mary Waters' office. They jumped in. So we got they got it
We
done.
notified 23
Right.
people, different department heads, and of those 23, Mary Waters' office and Councilwoman's office.
Now we had a
Giselle.
remember when y'all go ahead.
What was the response out of those two?
Giselle, she's community engagement something. I don't know her title really. And she just got on and started alerting. She said, well, you have all the department heads in the email. I'm going to follow up and, get some type, try to push you through and get some type of response. So that was kind of it. And that house was demolished June 16th, about 3 in the afternoon. June 16th, about 3 in the afternoon. And then when Rushan called me, she was like, okay, she was gonna call our neighborhood police officer, and I just started to email him because had someone come out right then, they would have called it in the act.
Right.
They would have called it in the act.
Yeah, because I was going to ask if there was any blight violation for the demolishing illegally.
Yeah, they gave him a $357 check.
51.
Oh, oops, excuse me.
They said
Excuse me,
the
huh?
response was under the law. We could give them this $351 ticket for not pulling a permit. I want to know, and I responded to, what you gonna charge them for the cost of the city coming out to pick up that stuff. It's a big old back, they don't, what do you call that? Excavator sitting there.
Yeah, that's
You had to pay staff. And it still didn't it didn't happen right away because the people who knocked it down, they forgot about calling Ms. D. So they had to wait for DTE to come out and take care of that. It should be something because the person had the audacity
To come
to
back.
come down the street Saturday before last. My son-in-law was out there and said, anybody else own property over here? Because I'm going to build a house here. I knew when they was finished, they brought stuff in there to build a house right on top of what they tore down before the city could catch them. Because that's their MO. They're going to do what they want to do. They don't live here. And it's okay, like I said, just follow the city ordinance. But
Follow
the
the-
city must also have enforcement. The reason our city look like it do
Did you
is
ever hear
no
back from,
enforcement. You will enforce
Come on.
on, like my neighbor, she take a look, and now we have a mixed community. We have Hispanic, and they come from everywhere. We got Latino. It's not just Mexicans. We have Middle Eastern family, which is just, and that's a good mix. I have good neighbors. Now enforcement came down today and gave her a ticket because she parked the opposite way. But you can't get none of these other people nothing.
Right.
Deal with the big stuff so that we can get back. We worked hard for this community to get all that blight down, and that's what this Greenway did, and that was a good thing. When they put that Greenway here, people started buying up, and that Gordie Howe Bridge. People got money to relocate. So all of those houses, the majority of the housing stock is full, the majority of it, and they can do a good job. But we gotta get a handle on the other things that's in this community. And we don't know why they won't respond. Just respond to us. Mary Waters, I give it to her. Her staff
They
jumped in
did,
too.
they did.
You know,
Quick.
they
Sure
jumped in
did.
also. And they got on their phone and they was making calls.
And the next day they were DTE was out.
Right, they was out there.
But keep in mind, that was June 16th that this happened. DTE and everybody finally came out just recently.
After the
Was
video,
that July? Was it after the holiday?
Yeah.
So it was after the 4th.
So, with those demolitions, is that one individual or is that multiple people just buying up?
You mean the guy that come and tore the house down?
Yeah.
That was him and his homies.
Him and his homies.
Yeah, but what's happening, I think,
It happens a lot, yeah.
people know that, people word of mouth. People know, oh, I can go in here and do what I want to do. If you look on Alpine, beautiful places they put up, but I doubt that they got money to do it. It's just educating people. We had a big issue with people leaving their garbage cans out. Called the neighborhood police officer. He said, well, let me educate you first. I believe in that. I ain't trying to run nobody out of here. Even when we had a rezone of the area. The people who was here got a chance to stay here, grandfathered in. Just go along with the program, whatever you need to do to make this a better place. And it's not just our community. If you ride through Detroit, you see a lot of this auto mess. That's what I call it. Because they ain't selling nothing. They just stacking up cars. I don't know what that's all about. So it's not just us. But how do we get to a point where we can really sit down with people who gonna make a difference? Because we was on the call, when we had that first call, we asked Gabriella for that call. And then we had all them people on the call on the Friday, and we was confused. We didn't know why they were
That
there.
was March 11th.
Because we had our little program together about what we was gonna talk about. But who are all these people and why they here from every department? From that, eventually we got to talk to Arthur Russian. How long that's been?
That's
He
been
said he'd
April?
get back with us.
That was in April,
About
yeah.
April?
April. He said he was gonna send somebody out. They did send somebody out about this place they gonna show you, we gonna show you. I want you to look at it. I'm gonna tell you what he
Yeah,
said.
what the BC means.
Yeah, I'll tell you what BC said. I'm gonna pull up, y'all can,
But my
I didn't mean to
bigger
take it
issue-
over, but
I'm going to.
This is my issue. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, I got a little bit of time. I could walk out there. What is it? How far is it?
It's not talking about
It's a half a mile, but I'm going to ride around.
This is my issue. If you go to Southwest Detroit
That's that one behind you.
and look at Vernon, you see every kind of
You can see
store
that. You can even see the
you could
oil
possibly see.
in the street.
You see every kind of business you could possibly see.
Mm-hmm.
They got 2 recreational community centers Southwest, Southwest, which is where the council lady lives. They got all kind of businesses up and down Vernon, down Michigan. Now you come north of Warren, you're gonna see auto, no school,
No school.
no market.
No
we
high
have to
school.
either go to Dearborn to the supermarket,
Yep, no rec
or
center.
we have to go way out the way. Well, from here you have to travel over to Joy Road,
Mhm.
or
Or
you
Michigan.
have to go this way to get a major supermarket. You got
Yeah,
to go
go
to
to
another
Dearborn.
city. You got to
Yep.
go to Dearborn.
Yep.
And we're so when I asked about that, she said that the people look at the AMI, and if we don't qualify,
That's not right.
then we don't get a market. But what geographical area what boundaries did you use to get the AMI? That's the first thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
It was the B. It was the B.
Excuse me.
What boundaries did you use, and what is the AMI that you're speaking of? If you got an auto place on every other corner, they're making money. The businesses here are making money. I know that man's making money because he's expanding. So you just saying that the people who live within these businesses, that's who you're holding, that's what's holding us back? If you count the income that's generated from all these auto businesses and junkyards, we may be able to get up to our AMI. But why is it that you can go to Highland Park and you can go, I know the people on Vernon are no wealthier than we are. At least they don't look, well, I don't know how wealthy people look. Their community doesn't look any better than ours. So if you look at them, you look at the people in Highland Park, how did their AMI qualify?
Right.
Right.
How did that happen? So I guess the key question to me is, what is the AMI and what are the boundaries that you're looking at to deny us a supermarket?
And who's sitting at the table?
Exactly.
Who's sitting at the table representing us when you have these discussions with these major supermarket people? Because I would like to volunteer Rushan.
She reluctant.
Anita, Mimi, Anita, I forgot. Kelly. I would like to look at this group of people. I can't do it. I have to allow my place. Look at this group of people. There's enough people who are really concerned about this community. Because sit at the table with a major market and talk to them about the people here. We have a lot of seniors who don't have a way to get out. So they have to go up here to these gas stations and spend a high price. We got one Family Dollar down there, and you know they charge more in the hood than they charge in the burbs.
Because they can't go to Prince Valley. They don't got transportation.
Right.
They can't go to Alameda Supermarket way down here
Right.
on West Warren. Or they might not make it to hometown on Joy Road in Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
It costs 9,000 arms and a legs to Instacart
Okay.
and DoorDash. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's
And there's
not fair.
There's no justification for it other than I can see is that you lazy and your focus is still across. And they keep telling us, well, it takes time. It takes time. She has been in office 5 years, and for 5 years we have requested a supermarket. Every time, well, what do you need? What do you need? We need a market. We need a school. Now they're saying, well, you know, it takes time. How much time does it take?
So
It
aren't
didn't
they
take them no
building
time
a
to build their
soccer?
schools and
And
markets.
what about
School right on Springwood.
right?
They didn't take them no time to build their schools and market.
And what I was
right.
told Saturday is that they look at things for 5 years and they look at the families, and the bottom line is the babies. And is it worth, and this is what someone told
Well, our
from the school,
population has increased
and that's what
with
I said.
babies increased.
That's what I said. And they said, looking at 5 years, and they're looking at the families. I said, so what you're saying is, you see that Southwest is, you know, over there having all these babies, and what
So they
we're
deserve
not,
more than us.
and in a nutshell.
But they moving over here.
In a nutshell.
But like she
Because
said, but they're moving
just
over here,
built-
though.
Yeah, and they just built, like they said, another school. We only have one that they want to close down, right? Don't they want to close down? Yeah, they want to close that
Samson
down.
Weber, yeah.
So who will want to move over here if you don't have any schools?
Grocery
And I
store,
said, well, if you build it, they'll come.
Exactly. Thank
Rec
you.
center.
Somebody
That's
mentioned
very
this to
well.
me, and I had never looked at it like that. They said you don't have no bank.
No.
Wow.
You don't have a
You
bank.
don't have a
We
bank.
sure
We don't have a bank
don't.
over
Sure
here.
don't.
We got to go down there to
You gotta
Dearborn.
Yeah.
go to another
To 9
city.
banks down there. They got Chase, Bank
Well,
of
we got
America, Citizens.
Chase right here on Warren and whatever.
That's
Mo-
Dearborn.
That's
Morning,
still
Wyoming.
Dearborn.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Dearborn.
And then you
yeah.
gotta go on Michigan Avenue.
Or Livernois, where
Well-
You go
further
down,
down.
there's
There
bank
is a bank on Michigan and what? That Central,
Look at the site.
Michigan and right where the Little Caesars is at.
Yeah.
So that bank, what is that bank right
the Comerica.
there? Comerica.
It's barely open.
Right.
If you look
They
at
about
that
to
whole
change to
area,
Fifth
if you
Third.
went
And they about to
down
change
there,
Fifth Third because
See.
Fifth Third done bought them all out.
Yeah.
and you went north, you won't see another market until you get past it.
Yep.
You got all of that huge area that is going to come to that market. This before her phone died here. This is an aerial view of the place we're gonna show you. You can even see the oil running in the street.
Now, where is
That
that?
and it's 7735. That's I mean Fulton. Before I had to do something I don't need to be doing. So I went over there to see the owner, and then I saw, oh, they got a car portion now. That's banking right against the Greenway. They got this is the stuff on the ground that's running out of this.
That's the address that I sent to you on Tireman.
Right. This
I
is
sent that
the
to you.
building, but look at all this stuff running out of here. That ain't the worst of it. Wait a minute.
They own the two junkyards together?
They own the whole thing. Sam do, I think. That ain't his real name, but you know the whatever name he wants. This on the inside. This person back there working, and all of this stuff. Wait a minute, my eyes. I don't know what I was doing sideways, but it's, yeah, that's there. This is